Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking, and I know that I brought you banana recipes before for banana bread or banana cakes. And somebody sent me a recipe, and I was just getting ready to start it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to stop, and I'm going to share this with my friends. So what I've done already is I took 2 very ripe bananas and put them in my blender, okay? I put 3/4 a cup of melted butter, softened butter, and a teaspoon of vanilla. I went ahead and put those in there. I just happened to have 2 very ripe bananas, and you know I like them when they're very, very ripe. So I thought, I want to share this with y'all because you do everything in one blender. So it's so simple and such an easy cake. All right, so I've got the 2 bananas, I've got 3/4 a stick of melted butter, and I've got a teaspoon of vanilla. To that, I'm going to add 5 ounces of Greek yogurt. Now, I imagine in most recipes like this, if you don't have Greek yogurt, you could use sour cream. All right, and to that, I'm going to add 2 eggs as 1. And there's 2. Okay, wipe my hands off a little bit with these eggs. All right, let me set this out of the way. Now I'm going to put my top on here. And what I want to do is I'm just going to pulse these till I get these. I don't want to over blend this. I want to pulse these until I just get them sort of incorporated. Put it on low. Let me check and see what that looks like. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay. Now, into this, I'm going to add my dry ingredients. My dry ingredients call for about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I always just eye that. So I'm going to put my salt in there. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Not baking powder, baking soda. Okay, let me set that out of the way. Let's set my salt out of the way. Now I'm going to I'll go ahead and put my sugar in. I've got just plain white sugar. I will put 3/4 a cup of sugar in here. Add my 3/4 cups of sugar. And now I'm going to add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Let me do my 1/2 cup first. And then I'll add my cup of flour. I just love the smell of bananas. I love the smells of fall, and I make more banana bread and banana things, it seems, in the fall than I do in the summer, and I don't know why, because it's good year round. Okay, I close this up and get this out of my way, and then we'll put my top back on here. Once again, I don't want to over mix this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually count this for about 10 seconds, and then I'll stop and I'll mix the rest of it by hand. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm going to actually take that off. And we'll take my beater out of here, my blades. Boy, it smells so good. And you'll find out this cake will turn out really, really well, and it will be a really beautiful, beautiful cake when it's done. Okay. Let me take this off. Now, if you want to see down in here, There's still some flour down in here, but that's okay because I can take my spatula like I'm doing and I can finish mixing it with my spatula. I want this to be a real soft cake. I don't want it to be over mixed. So I'm going down to the very bottom, make sure I get all the flour out of there. Okay. And let's finish mixing. All right, now what I'm going to do is I've got a 9x5. The recipe called for an 8x4. I don't have an 8x4, so I'm just going to use, I'll tell you to use what you have. I got an 8x5 pan, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to spray it first. And you know I always like to use a piece of parchment paper in the bottom. And I'm going to spray that also. All right, and then I'm going to just take my mix in my blender. I'm going to pour it right into my pan. Now my oven's been preheating on 340 degrees. And I'm going to cook this for about 50 to 60 minutes. Now, my friend told me that to check it about 45 minutes, and if it looks like it's getting too brown, I will lay a piece of Reynolds wrap, a piece of foil over top of it to make sure that it doesn't get too brown. I want to get all of this out of here. I probably should have gotten a smaller spatula. That's okay, but we have time to do this. And like I said, I was just going to make this afternoon for myself, and I thought, you know what? I've got some time, and I wanted to share it with you, my friends, and let you have a new recipe for banana bread. Try this and see what you think about it, and it just give you something else new for your recipe box. Okay, I'm going to spread this out a little bit around and get it all well incorporated here in the pan. I'm going to tap it a few times, shake it around. And now I'm going to put it in the oven. And like I said, it's been set at 340. And I'll cook it for about 50 to 60 minutes. When we come back, I'll let you know exactly how long. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Banana bread, the alarm just went off. It was actually in the oven for 55 minutes. I'm going to get it out of the oven right now. Wow. Whoa, it's hot. And you can see it turned out really beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool down. I'll take it out of the pan, then I'll come back to you. Okay, our blender banana bread has cooled down for about 15-20 minutes. So I'm going to cut it now. It's still a little warm, so you can see what it looks like on the inside. I should have probably gotten a bigger knife, but anyhow. And there we go. And I want to show you this. Look how spongy. Look at that, how soft that is. It's a beautiful, beautiful texture. Now is the true test. I'm going to take a corner off here. Boy, is that good. It's just a plain flavor of banana, a simple cake, no raisins, no nuts, just a plain banana cake. I had 2 overripe bananas I needed to do something with. I didn't want to go through a lot of fuss. I did it all in a blender. It's a simple, simple cake to make. Boy, I'm so glad I decided to bring this to you because I was just going to make it myself. And right half from the beginning of it, I said, no, I'm going to share this with my friends so y'all can try it too. I hope you do try it. It's a great cake. It has a wonderful flavor. This will be great with some coffee later, which I'll have. Thank you for following me on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate your support. In the next few months, we'll be bringing you lots of new things, so keep on following. Until next time, give yourself a big hug. Take care of yourself and know that I'm thinking about you. This is Jim saying, God bless.